feel sad. So Mum bought me some hula hoops to make me feel better. Ever since then, everyone at school's been doing hula hoops, even Miss Green. But I'm going to be the best hula hoopist in the whole universe. Or maybe even in the entire world. Mum also gave me Grandpa's encyclopedia of medicine and illness to help remind me that worse things could have happened than my Tamagotchi dying. I've been reading the encyclopedia every night before I go to bed. And I'm up to ringworm. So I practically know as much as a doctor, which comes in handy in emergencies like this morning. I was in Indonesia with Miss Green when the heater mysteriously broke down. At first it was okay, but then the hot slowly started creeping out. And the cold slowly crept in. And before I knew it, I felt like I was in Antarctica. Which is kind of fitting, really, considering Miss Green does look suspiciously like a penguin. I thought about the encyclopedia, and I remembered something I had read called hypothermia. I recalled one of the symptoms with and slow thinking, and it was then that I realised I was feeling particularly bored and finding it very hard to do any work. I put my hand up, and Miss Green waddled towards me.
What do you want this time, Edwina?
Miss Green, I gasped softly, slowly moving my gaze across the room until my sight came to rest on her tiny black eyes. I think I have hypothermia.
Don't be ridiculous, Edwina.
I do, look! I flopped my frail little hand, which was practically an ice block by this stage, onto the table in front of her and began to hum loudly so she could hear my teeth chattering. I tried to hum in A minor so she would understand just how terrible the situation was. She touched my hand with her fingertip.
You'll be fine, Edwina. Don't you know the saying, cold hands, warm heart?
I did know that saying, and although I didn't get a chance to feel Miss Green's hands, I thought if the opposite was true, hers must be really warm because she refused to let me go to sick bay. I quoted the encyclopedia. Miss Green, the victim will die if not given proper care. Quotes are really handy when you want to win an argument, especially when you make them up. Finally, Miss Green started to listen.
Edwina friend, you do not have hypothermia. What you have is a bad case of hypochondria.
I don't know what hypochondria is, but I probably had that too.
If you're so deathly cold, then go into lost property and find yourself another jumper.
I told her that I was so deathly cold, and at last I was about to weep and blast. On my way though, I started to feel really weak. So to keep my spirits up, I thought about Kylie Minogue treating cancer. In the hallway, I ran into Mr. Sparky. Mr. Sparky is always in the hallway, supposedly doing something. But I suspect he really does nothing. So much better. Mum said Mr. Sparky is actually Miss Simmons who went on holiday and got changed into a man.
You don't look so good.
He/she said.
What's wrong?
I told him all about my hypothermia and my hypochondria. He just didn't listen. find one jumper that fit me properly. I must have tried on at least 500 million before digging right to the bottom of the cupboard and pulling out an extra large one. When I put it on, it stank. Like when something has died in the ducted heating. Then I touched it and I found that it was covered in some sort of thick goo. When I went back to the cupboard where I got my jumper from, I saw not one, but 5 little squirmy kittens! And then, finding my senses, I was stroking them gently. They were so wonderful, and I sat there in my jumper, all covered in kitten juice and patted them until recess. Some things that start out looking really, really bad can actually end up in something else involved.